each have our individual identities. Think back to high school, and you were what you did, and that's what you succeeded at. You were either an athlete or the funny guy, the class clown, the nerd. And that was important. That defined your path for the next 4 years. But for me, it was hard. I felt like all of me didn't fit in one place. I had these different dynamic gifts, but it almost felt like a curse because it made me isolated. There was not one group or one place that I called mine, that I called home. And for the next 3 years, I went searching. I looked for myself in sports, in every club you could imagine. I just really dove in to try to refine and zone in on who I was. But unfortunately, I lost sight of my academics. My mental health was really affected. I was sad all the time, frustrated that I couldn't figure it out. It had been 3 years, and none of it seemed to be me or where I belonged. Until one day, walking into one of those clubs, I was an athletic trainer. We had a club after school, and I met April, and she was praying when I walked into this room, talking to God just about her day and asking him, and I felt overwhelmed. And as she came to me and we talked and we got together to study the book of John, learning about who Christ was and what he did for me, despite who I am, despite my gifts, or if I found a place where I belong. He didn't ask me for my name, he gave me his. Then she brought me to this place, Granada, and as I walked into that youth group, no one asked me what I did or who I was or my label, but just saw me as another friend, another person loving Christ and wanting to learn about him. And not too long after, but my identity was still in the back of my mind. And I didn't realize that he would soon become my identity. And as I kept studying, kept learning from April, from the pastors here, from the youth pastor, I started to stand on that rock that is Christ. I started to feel stable and to feel calm. And my worries about who I was or the label that I had to put on started to fade to the back. And that was when, going to my senior year, Jeff Sullivan offered me a job here. And working with the youth and putting together these events, I noticed that all those little things that I thought wouldn't fit in one place together fit here. In this church where I'm still learning, when we take on his name and his identity as his children, we do belong and we do have a place where we fit together as his body.